Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the all-new South Lancashire North Cheshire BR Blue Period Phase 6. This adds in the Atherton Line between Manchester, Victoria and Wigan. It's hard to believe how long this route's been going now. It's been plodding along for years and years and years. Firstly, by the late Nick Hudson, who passed away sadly a while ago in 2020, who put a lot of work and effort into this route, especially with track and stuff like that, along with many other things to the project. On top of that, you've got Andy Freeman and also Steve Price working on the route. The route is available from backdated train sim and also Water Wally bits. I will pop a link to one of them. I'll put one link in the description below. And we're going to take a run here at Preston, which was, I think, phase 5, maybe? I can't remember. 4 or 5. So we'll start at Preston, make our way up to Wigan, and then we're going to go on to the new section. We're running a Red Bank service, so we're in charge of 5 Mach 12 Perth to Red Bank empties, and we'll be held here until the late running Royal Scott leaves. You'll also be routed via Wigan and Atherton due to a derailment in the Chorley area. Rightio, let's get this thing paused. It's just firing up. Right, so put those on. God knows what lights we need here. Top marker no, center no, B, and I presume that one. There we go. Class 40 is a fabled unit. It's it either works or it doesn't in TS Classic. We'll just have to take it as it goes. We might see there may be some texture glitches on some of the ones in this scenario. Hopefully I've managed to eradicate the ones that had issues. This is a scenario that came with the route. I've swapped out, however, the stock, so it is now using like the top quality stuff. The scenario and the route don't always use all the best stuff. I understand why. It's to basically it's to ensure people can at least play the scenarios, and then obviously users will make their own with the better content anyway. They always do. So what we've got on there is we've got a rake of mixed bits and pieces. So we've got some of the Caledonia Works luggage vans here as well, along with some Mark 1 BGs in this rake. And the thing I love with this is that you can put on the chalk, so they're going to Red Bank, but I'll put those on this. I did find there was some pictures of these sort of style coaches. It might not be typically quite correct, but they're close enough, and I just love the fact you put the chalkboard on. So this is it's just arrived. The Royal Scott. Looks like I might have missed the nameplate off there, so that's a bad Tom. This route as well, I mean, it's been going so long. It's one of these routes that reminds me a bit of the old MSTS days, the Northwest England route. It's a bit like that, really. And this route is massive. Most of the route's got scenery. There's a couple of bits that still haven't got scenery, but yeah, it's absolutely monstrous. You can do a lot with this. It's one of them that's a bit underused, in my opinion, as well, in terms of the scenarios. You can really get some good stuff out of this, especially if you want the sort of correct period stuff. I do think we've got everything set up. I'm just hoping for the best that we have. So it's about 14 miles to Wigan, and then we'll get to put across. And the line we're cutting across is this one. Hopefully my mouse is showing. So this one here goes right across the top, comes in around the Clifton area. We'll skirt around Salford, in through Victoria, and then head into Red Bank over here. So it's a nice, decent, lengthy run, this. Apparently it's about an hour. We'll see how it goes. And we have the right of way. Hoping this thing moves. There we go. Excellent. Now, in previous version of this route, when the AP signal came out, it seemed to have broke the route, but it seems to be working again now. Press the signals just wouldn't work. I'm hoping we've got all aspects going to appear on this. It's nice that the old AP signals are working, isn't it? Weather-wise, I'm not sure if we've got AP weather on this, or if it's just using a default. To me, it looks like it's using the default. So we'll have to live with that, because I'm not starting the video again. Just leave on a yellow, so I'm just gonna ease off. Although I think we do have a double. So away we go. Now the trick here is not to overcook your 40. They like to overheat. So don't belt it. Don't put full power on because you'll run into issues. The 37. Ah, Lord, he's storming. He's not mighty. That looks to me like it's been packed down the wrong way. You can see there's some issues with the Class 4. There's a black ring around the side of it. I have no idea why it does this. I just think that the 40, I mean, it was broken in terms of the sound years ago, but I think something's broken it even more. Whether we reinstall the pack, will it fix it? I don't know. Thankfully, it's not so bad when you're sitting in the cab. You're not going to notice all that stuff. So we can at least live and do what we want to do here. Now, as well with the Atherton line, there was a load of bridges missing originally. You might find that you might have this issue yourself. Now, hopefully at some point, and I don't think it's been sorted yet, but you need to download another pack of assets. Now, I'm just checking if it's linked or not. I don't know if it is. Nothing mentioned. So what you need to do, go to waterwallybits.net and you'll come to this website. If you type in waterwallybits, it'll come up. And if you go to scenery items, I think maybe, or routes, I'm not sure which, it's just come up as a link, because I come into it off another link earlier. But what you need to do is find this page and then find assets-02. You need that as well. That fixes a load of missing bridges. I do, however, have a couple of bridges still missing, and there is a couple slight minor things missing, like there's a couple of canopies on 2 stations. Although currently at the moment it seems like they don't know if they'll be able to fix it or not, which is a bit of a worry. And I didn't want to hold off doing the video for any longer. So do bear in mind there's a couple of things and it is known about. Hopefully they'll be fixed in due course. And it doesn't really ruin the route either. It's nowhere near as bad as it was yesterday. Literally every single bridge was missing. Turned out a lot of the bridges would come from the North Wales Coast assets, hence why that's why I was just mentioning about that. So this scenario is set in 1981 as well. These workings don't happen anymore. The Red Bank workings were quite known to be quite interesting as well. They have like some really long rakes. You can sometimes see like 20 odd like coaches on parcel vans. Quite interesting, lengthy trains, to be perfectly honest with you. So it's nice to be able to do stuff like this on a more era-specific route as well. I think the route overall has like over 100 scenarios as well, so you won't be short of things to do. That's what I'm looking for. You won't be busy. You will be busy. But yeah, over the years they have accumulated to quite a high number. So there's plenty of variety. Some of them are cloned and duplicated to utilise like the AP and the DT40, cater for everyone. But there is a lot, and that ranges from passengers to freight workings, or whatever else there is. There's all sorts. I'm just heading towards Leyland. I think we've just gone past the Centurion Way. Rat. Yeah, it's working the Lindsay to Preston Docks. Well, Preston Docks oil at least. I don't think that's. If it's not from Lindsay, it should come actually with a port through Banner Bridge. It might have come potentially maybe from little Stanlow or something. Would be more realistic, I think. Just gone through Leyland, just back there. We'll be heading through Exton Junction shortly, which would be the line that would take you through Chorley, through Bolton, and obviously on to Manchester. That is, to be fair, that would be a line I would love to see added to this. So that would add like from here to here. That would fill that section in. I think that would be a really nice addition to the route. I mean, basically you could actually go many ways to Preston. There's all sorts. You could go down the Chat Moss and up. You could go through the Atherton Line, or you can then go across like Bolton through Chorley. I think as well, I would actually like to see Blackpool on this. And Blackpool South. I know we've done Northern Lines, but just it would mean that you can go like from Liverpool to Manchester, or Liverpool, Manchester. So Liverpool to Blackpool, sorry, Manchester to Blackpool, and whatever else. I get my word coming up here. So this is Exton Junction, line to Chorley. Way before Buckshaw Village, many years before. Well, there is a station over there. I'm not actually overly sure what it is though. There's an RAF or something like RAF Chorley, whatever it is. Military or something like that, MOD or something. I'm not sure. Loads of bunkers and stuff. No idea what it was. Balshaw Lane coming up. I'm shut these windows because the sound of the wind does get annoying after a bit. So yeah, Balshaw Lane, this is way before like the station as well. So Balshaw Lane station is not here. Exton Balshaw Lane, I think it's called. That would be located on this corner. Not overly sure if that station did actually make its appearance. Should have a look. Let's have a look on old Google. Exton Balshaw Lane. Station. Apparently opened in 1905, closed in 1969, and then it reopened in 1997. So yeah, there we go. Learned something, and it's still open today. In the era of cross-arm pantographs as well, which is absolutely lovely. I'm just starting to climb up Charnock Bank as well now. Quite a climb. Once was 4 tracks as well, but in this area at this point it was just 2. Although you will see evidence of where it was quad track. Just look at the bridges. Tells you it all. How wide it is. See on the right hand side now it's got like ballast, it's just overgrown. And there's your first bit of evidence here with the first bridge and so on. Must have been something back in the steam days with 4 tracks. Expresses racing along with then like slower like freights and stuff like that on the slow lines. This is the climb does last for quite a while. It does actually, the climb picks up more in a minute. You can actually see it on the hill, but it actually starts going up again. You should probably shortly see it. The Red Bank's 24 miles from where we are. That's in track miles, not as the crow flies. As well, just to make you aware, when you do come to like install the assets and stuff for this route, make sure you read everything. If you've not got the route at all, you will have to download all previous versions for this to work. But you need to make sure you read the instructions, and also ensure that you do run the batch files, which sorts out a load of reskins. Bit of floaty foliage there. About 5 miles to Wigan. Not calling there, we are straight through to Red Bank. I would love to know when the first version of this route actually came out. It's got to be about 7 or 8 years ago, surely. Just sort of looking back on when I started working on Northern Lines, and Nick at the time, he made us some station signs. It's sort of the same style what you get on this route, but he did a loads of station signs and bits and pieces, like names for signal boxes and stuff like that. And if you look back how long Northern Lines was like when it came and when it was started being built, it's probably, I think it was about 2016, so maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. Could be easy. It's crazy how time flies. Quite frightening, really. Oh, for the size of the route, the performance of it is pretty decent. It does use a lot of 2D trees. There is a mixture of 3Ds knocking about as well. It would be nice to see what the route would look like with like updated 3D trees. Probably brought in on double yellows. However, this might not be for us to stop. It might just because we're going to be crossing over. At this point, anything could happen. But we will obviously play with caution as you will. This is one of the bridges where there's a bit of an issue at the minute. This does crop up, I think, once more on the run. Is one that's been made aware, so hopefully we'll see fixing due course, or just obviously where to go and find the assets. We are under a single yellow. The platform 1 is the back platform, so this might well just be for diverging. It is one of the other 40s that's got a slight issue, so no idea what's caused this, but there's like black squares around it. Really, really bizarre. Never used to be like that. I mean, on release, definitely don't have that. So something's happened in the game. An update's come along and it's got to have broke it some more. Sadly, that's an empty steel train as well. Which makes use of the freeware wagons that's off DP Simulation. You don't actually see them used very often. From Malky Mackay, I think it is. Pretty old, right? But nice to see them used. And again, this is just another one of the bridges that currently I'm waiting. Hopefully it'll be fixed. Brakes are shocking. I think it might be because we've got a mixture of potentially there could be vac coaches and air brake. It is slowing down. Just be aware. Oh, hello. Look at that. Crash. You know what? That's actually quite worthy of a screenshot. Bar the fact that there's a black ring around the passport, it's really annoying. That's really cool. A bit of scenery missing, obviously, in the top left there, but still a cool shot. When it loads itself in. Again, after me unpausing it, I think it's taking a screenshot. Come on. This is where it crashes now. it a minute. Hopefully it'll come back. There we go. I was thinking about it. To be fair, the brakes might be alright. I might could be going quite down steep gradient. Seems to slow down a bit quicker though. Right, so just about to enter the new section of route. We'll just get through here and then we turn off to the left in a minute. This is the line where, in today's world, where like I think there's a Wigan. I'm not sure if there's a Wigan to Leeds or is it Southport Leeds. Either way, I think this is the line it takes. That'd be a Southport. I think it calls it Wallgate. So we're going to cross there and then take the line to the left. So I've not driven the route. I've flown through it to make sure we had all the stuff, all the bridges fixed. Thankfully, for the most part, they are now. Or a couple of little bits. So you might see a couple of bits. I'll just make you aware what bits are currently hoping to be fixed. But don't let it like detract you from it. It's not the end of the world for a couple of bits missing. Especially from what it looked like on Thursday. There was a lot missing. It's just nice to see another section of this route actually be brought to us. I don't even know a train though. Oh, I can, it's there. 47. Oh, that we're in Necker. Go back out though. That's mechanical repeater there. The cauldron. An empty cauldron, I think. Ah, so already, first station on the section. Just coming through now. This is, I think, Hindley, is it? Ince, sorry, not Ince. It might be Hindley next. There's a Springs branch and all this lot down here. Springs branch is over there and it runs down to that place, which I have no idea what it's called. Let's have a look, see if we can actually make that. Central Wagon Works. Like I said, that Springs branch, it runs to it. Lower Ince sidings, Ince Forge, some industries down there which could be made useful for a scenario or two. It's got elevation as well. Another line that wants coming off the west coast there. This section relies on like high banks for a lot of it as well. Bit of climbing, isn't it? 1 in 88. Hindley. Well, these stations are kit bashed as well. They're kit bashed really well. They definitely look like what they're meant to. What they're trying to do. Let's see. One thing I wish then coaches from Caledonia Works is that they had better sounds. They just sound cuckoo to me. Shame that there's no patches available. So this is Crownest Junction. No idea where it goes to. Portal say. West. Oh, it's the line, West Horton line, is it? I think that comes in at Lostock Junction, which would join up to the Bolton line. There we go. Another line I'd like to see. So that and the Bolton line would be really nice to have, in my opinion. I think it's just amazing that this route's still going and it's being continued to be worked on. It's really nice. Long may it continue. Even if it takes years to do, it's worth the wait to have more. I just hope the scenario creators start doing a bit. I mean, I have started making a scenario for myself. It needs a bit more work doing to it yet, but I made a start. That's a Stanlow gyro working. One thing, that's another thing as well. Like Stanlow's not really got any scenery, which is a shame. No, the brakes are poor. So ensure that we do slow down in good time. This is Daisy Hill. I think there's 2 stations down here that's missing some canopies, so you will see some milk bottles. You just make sure you just see past them. Don't let it detract from the rest of the route. Really nice drive, to be fair. Enjoyable. We're blown up yet. That looks different. That screen seems different. Here's another missing textured bridge. I thought that might have been fixed, to be fair, with the North Wales Coast assets. Just ignore the milk bottles on this. Loving the detail. Very nice. Seems nice. It just feels nice. These are cool as well. Even though the sounds ain't great. I like the interior. Fly up here. I'll try and get a couple of different screenshot angles. The only thing I'm kicking myself over is not sorting that weather out. I should have changed that over. Pretty sure we're climbing again in a minute. 9 miles to Victoria. 10 to Red Bank. Not actually that far, really. Currently on the map, we are about, I'd say about halfway point, actually, to be fair, in the section. It's not a long run overall, but it's a decent run. It's a good linking section. Mega jointed track action as well. The freight opportunities. Obviously, this is when railways were still interesting. Yeah, you can do some really good stuff if you have the timetables. Where we are, Walkden. Nice mix of semaphores and old aspect bulbs as well. This, by the way, is actually a custom model signal box. Actually, I had a look at this, and it is actually custom. Walkden signal box, which is nice. Quite a lot of signal boxes reuse original assets and have a custom like name pattern, but it's nice actually to see a custom box. Oh, cool. Again, lots of evidence of quad track. Wide bridges, 2 tracks though. Shows how things have changed. A bridge that once stood, just the abutments remain. I don't think I've actually ever been down this line even. Today it's not really that far away from me. I've never done it. We're just going under the M60 ring road now, so we are essentially going into Manchester now. Going to Swinton soon. Getting nice and low with the brakes just so we don't overspeed. It's a moat, sure. Might not be. No, this is more side. A couple of bits missing on this one as well. There's missing a few buildings on the top of that bridge up there. Ah, this bridge looks really cool. got this pipe going. A lot of bits of pipe work going over these bridges around here. I do like. Gives it character, I think that. I think it's custom. I think it's just a loft, but pipe going through it works nicely. Having a wide variety of shots here. I'll sift through these and decide which one I can make as a thumbnail. I mean, having flown over the route, I'm seeing things that I didn't quite notice when I've flown over. Which you do. When you're down at track, like in the driver's seat, you notice things. The detail in it. It's definitely got that old BR feel to it. It captures it really well. This is Swinton, sadly. This has got the canopies missing as well, which is a shame. Can't really tell what the station should look like, fortunately. I think that's Swinton football ground. I love how that's been built. It's been kit bashed out of AP station block bits. Make the stands. Really cool. That makes a nice shot, doesn't it? That's brilliant. That's been built out of like canopies and station canopy bits. Very creative. Whoever's done that. Only 4 miles to Victoria. Not too far from Clifton. This bit interests me. I wonder if there was a station here at one point. It just randomly goes like outwards and back in again. I definitely feel like there might have been a station there once. Power station over that. There's all like the Clifton area. And this is Brindle Heath, Pendleton area. Clifton Station's sort of just back behind us. That's all Starlight there. Too many limits, yes. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Some old original engine pacers. The early variants. I'm loving this. The old bridge over there as well. I don't have any track on that anymore. There once was. And this is Brindle Heath Junction. Jucked. Plenty of yards and bits and pieces and coal wagons there. Tell you what, if you look at a map of this now, if you came down here, excuse me, it's late in the morning. This morning, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning. If you look at the area now, I bet it's unrecognisable how different it is. As in Manchester alone is just a hugely different from what it once was. So much land development's done. Unrecognisable in areas. Just let it coast. I'm dropping down to 40. Weirdly, it says 50 mile an hour there, but it's hiding. The station we are passing is Pendleton. As you can see, there was a bigger station at one point. There's a line from Bolton coming in now, which basically has been running parallels but just behind the other buildings all the way up since we came over the banks up to like Brindle Heath area. And this is Windsor Bridge. Going up to Atherton Line. Many years before the cord. In a moment. Chatmoss Land comes in sort of just behind all these buildings as well. Chatmoss Line is just literally two of those coach yards just over here. Just over there. The DMU just disappearing off into the distance there. One of the original parts of the route that was. If that actually might have been the original part of the route. Get the brakes on here because one, we've got poor brakes, and two, I don't go for a red. Also three, I think I've got a broken 40 over there. Yep, another broken 40, which is great. Really annoying. Oh, it's have a bit of an issue. It's just stopped. Weird. Stopped and went again. Salford. What I will say, well, Manchester Victoria is a kit bash, but to be fair, it's done quite really well. It's definitely showing its age, but does job. Another broken 40. Oil train just in the distance going off there. We'll put the bank. Miles Platinum. I've started using digital traction 40s. Worrying. Definitely not a sentence anyone should have to use. Annoying that this one's just stopped working. I'm going to try and reinstall it first to see what happens, but I'm not holding my breath. So many signal boxes around here as well. Nice that Train to World's got like the original Victoria, like this old version. The issue is the timetable's pants and the route's a bit on the out of date side. Field train just up in distance, I think it's a 47, isn't it? Shell oil. Now this is a rather tight junction as well. Just look at how well the train negotiates this set of points shown. That's why it's 10 mile an hour. It's just about managed to keep the body on top of the bogies. How tight that is. You should have doing 90. No, it's not doing 90, it's doing a 45-degree angle version. Look at that. About arriving. The CS arrivals, whoever that is. Let's have a look. There. Or where you start play on Tracing World. Nice and enjoyable run. Knowing the fact that we just come from Preston to go to Manchester is pretty beast. No other route you can do that on, as far as I'm aware. As I say, I will put the link for the route in the description, so do take a look if it's if you're still here, it made it to the end of the video. Yeah, do take a look. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, smash them buttons, keep pressing them. Thank you very much for everyone that does. Drop some conversation in the chat as well. What your thoughts on the route? Anything like that? Anything you like? You never know, the dev might see it. Yeah, thank you for watching. We are just arriving at Red Bank CS arrivals. Plenty of other videos to come. Keep saying it. I have got them on the radar. Just very busy. Hence why there's been like a week again between videos. But I've got other stuff to do. I want to do the St Albans Abbey branch as well for backdated train sims North London line. There's a few things I want to do with that route. Some bits to revisit and some new bits to do. So there'll be a couple of videos for that to come, and then whatever else in the train sim world realm as well. But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to catch some of our other videos. There's loads in the back catalogue. But until then, thank you for watching and bye for now.